Hello, I'm Brian, and today we're going to do a special unboxing of live plants. I want to first start by thanking Burpee for sending over these live plants for us to look at. These are their 2021 new varieties, and together you and I will be finding out what they are. In 2020, we were selected to be one of 12 Burpee Gardeners of the Year, and we represented the month of October. And as part of that, we received a box of their 2020 new varieties, and they like what we're doing over in Instagram with regards to growing plants and talking about plants and cooking the harvests that we get from our garden. And they asked if we would be interested in checking out their 2021 new varieties, and I said absolutely. So today we're going to do an unboxing, and without further ado, let's get into it. This came pretty quickly. It was shipped overnight, and we are nighttime now. And this is the first time we're doing a nighttime greenhouse video. We wanted to get these guys opened up because they say on the box to open it immediately, because I'm sure the plants want to get some fresh air and some light and sunlight. So we're gonna crack this open in the evening time, the first chance that we're getting. All right, let's see. This is the card of all the varieties that are new to Burpee, and some are exclusive to Burpee. Let's see. We got a mix of tomatoes, peppers, sour cucumbers, and some squash, and then more peppers in the back. So let's check them out. These are looking really nice and robust and healthy. So let's find out what plant this one is. This looks to be a pepper, and they're wrapped nicely. It's okay, let's just tear it into it. Okay, so the first one up is a hot pepper. It's the Alteno. Let's see if we can get that on there for you to see, the plant label. And then I'll go and come back and read the plant description at the end. So let's continue on and see what we got. Let's pick this one and see what we got in here. This looks to be a vining plant, and probably one of the cucumbers or cucamelon. Okay, so that's that. We're already figuring out pretty quickly an efficient way of getting these guys out of their shipping packaging. So there's that plant. Okay, maybe the label got tossed down the bottom there or something. All right, this looks to be a tomato plant. Okay, let's see what we got. Reach in there. And it is got a very nice strong stem on the plant. Well, we got the Patio Delight tomato. Okay, and let's use this card here to figure out what it is, if it's on here. Yeah, it's the Patio Delight. Okay, let's get that packaging out of the way. We got, let's see, we got 9 plants in here. Next plant looks like another pepper plant. Let's pop this guy out. It's the Red Demon. All right, here we go. Red Demon. And in our garden, we're growing some pretty spicy peppers this year to make some sauce. So this is going to be one to add to it. All right, let's see here. Let's see what this one is. I should pull these guys out, not on the table, because it's starting to get a little bit messy here with all the excess soil. This is a squash. It looks like a pretty cool squash. The yellow squash. Let's put that guy right there. Let's shift them around so you can get a better view of that one. Okay, let's try to keep our work area a little bit clean here. All right, next plant looks to be thirsty. Could use a nice drink in a bit. It's another squash or cucumber. So the squashes, they're in the cucumber family. So sometimes you can just say it by its general family name. And those are your squashes, your cucumbers and your watermelons. And this is a pickling cucumber. All right, very cool. Let's get that in there. And then we got 3 more plants to go. Let's see what this one is. This looks like a bean, but it might also be one of those potato leaf type of looking pepper. So let's check it out. And this is another hot pepper, and the variety name is Armageddon. So it looks to be like one of those super spicy peppers, like the ghost peppers and stuff, by the shape on the picture of it. And then we have here another pepper. Let's get this guy out. And this is another hot pepper. It looks like a very long, from the image on the tag, it looks like a very long jalapeno. And the variety is Desperado. So let's move that to the front so you can check it out some more. And then our final plant is another cucumber. It looks like from its foliage. Let's pop it out. It's pretty tall. And this one is another squash, the Primavera. So I think we got 2 of the Primavera squashes, and we'll plant those out. Let's push this in front so you can see that guy front and center. So those are the plants and the new varieties for 2021. These are Burpee varieties, and let's see what's exclusive to Burpee. The Patio Delight, which is a hybrid tomato, and it looks like from the picture here, it looks like, let's see, where is it? Right there. It looks like a medium to small, medium size tomato. And then the other one that is a Burpee exclusive is this Armageddon pepper. So let's go, and if you're interested in additional details of these varieties, I'm going to read the card here and give you more detail. So let's start with the Patio Delight tomato, which is this one here. It's a F1 tomato, which means it's a hybrid tomato. These are F1 seeds, and this plant has the red fruit has a delightful texture and rich sweet flavor. The determinate container friendly plants have an upright compact habit, recommended for containers only, which is perfect because we're growing a lot of plants in containers this year, and containers are a great way for a wide range of gardeners, beginning gardeners with limited space, and we want to concentrate on growing in a way where we can get as many people to grow as possible. So if you return for our garden updates, you'll see that we have quite a few plants in containers. So we're gonna put that guy in a container and grow it. Fruit size is between 3 to 4 ounces. I've never really calibrated or memorized how big a tomato is. So like if I were to go by, say, like a Cherokee Purple, I think that's closer to a pound. So this is probably 1/4 of that size. So it's one of the smaller, medium-sized tomatoes, it sounds like. All right, next one up is the Demon Red Hot Pepper. Let's find it and put it front and center for you. So let's pull that guy back, and that's a Desperado, and this looks to be our guy right here. So this is the Demon Red Hot Pepper. This ornamental edible is great in containers on the patio and also does well in the garden. The bright red fruit covers the plant to give it a unique ornamental look. It has a Scoville rating of 173,000, which is similar to a habanero. So it's a spicy pepper, and it looks pretty cool. We're growing a very similar looking one in our garden this year, which is the Rooster Spur pepper, and we want to make some sriracha with it. So that's our that's what we're working on, and hopefully we can do that together and we get a good harvest. If not, these are pretty reliable plants. Last year, the peppers from Burpee Garden did really well for us and produced quite a few peppers. All right, the next one is the Mexican Sour Gherkin Cucumber. So this is a very popular cucumber. A lot of people have grown, and it is, from what I've seen, a very robust and prolific plant. It grows a lot of foliage, and it produces these fruits that resemble, let me see if I can get that in the frame for you, resemble watermelons. So they're like mini watermelons, but they're not like watermelons. They're actually pretty sour. I've never had them, but I've read up on a lot of them, about them a lot. I think for permaculturists, it's great to grow this because you can collect the foliage for compost and building soil with. So let's read the description here. Fruits look like miniature watermelons and taste like cucumbers with tangy citrus overtones. Plants attract hummingbirds. Vines grow 4 to 7 feet. Plants benefit from the use of a trellis. So I would imagine it's also a 7-foot spread if you allow it to. So that's that plant. And then moving on, we have the Gherkin Cucumber. So let's find it and bring it up front and center. This is a squash. Let's see here. Cucumber. It would be, I don't want that guy to tip over. Oh, we didn't get a cucumber this time. All right, let's see. We got, oh, here it is. Thought we got it. Here it is, front and center for you. So gherkins are pretty cool. If you pickle them, you get these little tiny cocktail cucumbers. So let's see if that's what they're for. If we're going by the name, that's what we can guess it's for. Plants produce early, large yields of great tasting fruit that won't become bitter if left on the vine. Vigorous vines are best when trellised. Cylindrical and dark green gherkins with white spines are perfect for pickling and eating fresh. Best grown in the ground. And let's see here. Fruit size is between 3.5 to about 3.5 inches. So they go about 3.5 inches. And we imagine that we probably want to get them a little bit more tender and pickle them. All right, next one is the Primavera Squash, which we have 2 plants of. And they look like they are ready to go in the ground soon. We'll have to plant these guys up tomorrow when it's nice and bright outside. The Primavera Squash, restricted spaghetti type. So it's a spaghetti type squash. I've never had a spaghetti type squash. I've seen people make dishes with it, and I've actually had it when served by a friend and my aunt. So this will be really cool. I can grow some of these for her too. That'll be nice. Restricted spaghetti type is ideal for home gardens. Delivers high yields of uniform 3-pound fruits with delicious light-colored flesh and a nice canary yellow skin. The fruit has excellent uniformity in size and shape and grows on a restricted vine that does not get as long as some competing open pollinated varieties. Oh, awesome. We're kind of full on our squashes and or vining plants this year. So this is really nice that it's going to be compacted. We have this cucumber, and then this sour gherkin, and then the regular gherkin to plant. So this is regular gherkins to plant. So this is going to be nice that it's compacted. And then the next plant on this card here is the Alteno Pepper. Ooh, I'm already excited just reading the first few words of the description here. All right, let's find it. That's the Armageddon one. That's the dangerous one right there. All right, the Alteno Hot Pepper. Extra large fruited Poblano, has good quality and heavy fruit. The maturity is mid-early and is suited for multiple harvests where it has the ability to maintain fruit size. The fruit have a classic Poblano shape with broad shoulders and a tapering to a point. They are firm, straight, and have a high percentage of 2 lobes. So that's pretty cool. This is a Poblano pepper, and it's one of the peppers that I enjoy growing. We have a few plants out there. We have a few varieties, and it's going to be interesting to see how this one compares to the other ones. We have a San Luis variety. We have a standard variety that is just unnamed. It's just Poblano. And then we have a variety that was gifted to us by a friend. So we're growing that one as well. And it'll be nice to see how this one compares. So getting a nice big Poblano pepper is really important because of the dishes we want to make. We want actually we're not cutting it up. We want it to be big so that we can stuff it. So that's going to be cool. And then to get a nice productive harvest out of it, that would be really awesome. So this guy has a lot of pressure on its shoulders to produce nice Poblano peppers for us this year. All right, Desperado Hot Pepper. Let's find it. Should be this one. Let's put this guy up in front. Right there for you. And this one is, another one that I love. The one that we grow. One of my favorite peppers. All right. We're like in 2021 already. All right. The Desperado Hot Pepper. Large, early maturing Anaheim type. Produces mild, flavorful peppers with thick walls that are well suited for grilling. Use fresh or preserved dry or in oil or vinegar. So this one is a Anaheim type pepper. I love the Anaheim peppers. They are super versatile pepper. We grill them, throw them onto burgers, and then we can put them in chilies. We make a green pozole with it, among many other things. And we have many, many plants growing in our garden of the Anaheim type pepper. So let's see here. What variety do we have? The New Mexico 64. So last year we grew the New Mexico 64 for the large peppers that are thick-walled. They have a very nice flavor. Once you cook it up, once you roast it up, it's got this umami flavor that adds just greatness to all the dishes that you make. So to have this plant and to see how it grows, that would be really awesome. This type of pepper is also known as a hatch pepper. So if you have heard of a hatch pepper, then this is the type that it is. And the history with it is that the Anaheim pepper was developed in Anaheim, California, which is a little bit south of us in Orange County. And then it got moved, or at some point, I forget which direction it went. Either it went to New Mexico or it came from New Mexico. But I think it might have gone to New Mexico where they grow it in Hatch Valley. So that's why they call it the hatch pepper. And these peppers are really amazing. The peppers that they grow in New Mexico is really amazing. So if you go and visit New Mexico or even the southwestern part of the United States where you get Tex-Mex cuisine, which is Mexican cuisine mixed with Southwestern American flavors, they'll almost always incorporate the Hatch or Anaheim pepper in the dish, and I recommend that you try it out because it's pretty unique. One of the most unique flavors throughout the world. All right, moving on. Finally, our last one, which is this super hot pepper, and it looks like a ghost pepper, and just from the look of it. So let's see if ghost pepper. Are they also called Carolina Reapers? I'm not a connoisseur of hot peppers because they are way too crazy for me. So let's see. Let's read it. The Armageddon Hot Pepper. Armageddon is the world's first F1 super hot chili, measuring at 1.2 million Scovilles. So whenever you hear F1, that is an indicator that it is a hybrid, and it has to do with the generation. So you mix the seeds together, and then the seeds from that, you get your F1s. And if you grow from those seeds, they become F2 and so on and so forth. F2, F3, but I don't think it gets down that far. They usually restrict it to F1 and F2s. So this is first generation hybrid of two peppers. We're not sure what they are. So if you see F1, that's an indicator that it's a hybrid. And then the other thing is that the seeds will be very, very fresh. So those plants the seeds will pop out and germinate into very robust plants. So if you find an F1 plant or F1 seeds, you're probably going to get a very productive plant as a result. So let's go continue on. This gives a fantastic grower advantage in terms of improved plant vigor, yield, and fruit uniformity. So they're talking about, they're probably talking about F1 because of the robustness and the freshness of the seeds. It is the earliest maturing super hot variety, at least 14 days earlier than other super hot peppers. It is similar to Carolina Reaper. So that's the description of the plant. And most of these plants are talking about how early they're producing, and that's really good for advanced growers, because for us and the rest of the advanced grower group, we're trying to extend our growing season, and to have a variety that produces early, mid, and late, that ensures that we'll get a steady harvest of produce versus just getting one big harvest at the end and then just having to eat that over and over, or having to compost it, or having to find someone to take it from you. And sometimes they may not be ready for it, and it may end up in their compost. So as a gardener, we work towards getting to a point where we can extend our growing season, and incorporating plants that mature at different times of the year is a good strategy, and these are great for getting early harvests. So that's one of the nice things about the descriptions of some of these plants that we're reading. They're early producing and earlier than other varieties. So you can plant two varieties of the same type and get harvests throughout the growing season. So that's a nice thing. And that's probably a good point to end our video today, which is that these are going to be your robust plants because they are from really robust seeds, and they're well taken care of plants, and you can grow them straight from the box and into your garden, and grow them in a container or in the ground. And then some plants have size considerations, so maybe you're limited on space, so you want to pick a variety that is more compact yet produce enough for you to enjoy your harvests. And these are going to be your 2021 plants from Burpee, and a couple of them are exclusive to them. So that's going to end our video today. We're going to be planting these guys out. I hope you come back and check our garden updates to see how they're doing. And until the next video, thank you for watching, and thanks again, Burpee, for sending this over.